Right, this is a quick look at the preview of my book Pandora, which I'm about to proof. But it's a book exploring technology, society, philosophy, art, and culture in the 21st century through a series of different articles. So let's have a look at this. That's just preface. So these are the essays we've got within. So I've got the Artist Engineer Manifesto I wrote about a year ago. Talking about 21st artistic archetypes, the artist producer and the artist engineer. I've done a good piece on why Interstellar has feminism at its core, I suppose, in one of the characters. So a bit of cultural analysis, I suppose. Burden of Meaning, the harsh reality of Zarathustra, which is about Nietzsche's Overman. Some of the writings about the internet and the history of the tunnel, which the art group I'm involved in, some stories, all sci-fi shorts, and then poems, and then some art as well, all in between. So I try to make the book very visually led as well. So you got all these kind of like art pieces in between. So the Artist Engineer Manifesto, talking about the role of art in the 21st century and the role of the artist and how the artist. So kind of weaving a few things here, from everything from religious. Matt Tudor also contributed somewhat to this as well. So it's all everything from religious symbology to digital importance of digital art, cybernetics. It's quite some of it's quite influenced by Deleuze and Couturier. Free zones of reality, which is like a different way, a language I've used to define. How the mind functions, I suppose. I think the mind's important. The artist engine producers, like the antithesis of the artist engineer idea, I suppose I've laid down. And then I've written about Interstellar, so one of the characters in Interstellar, and how this relates to feminism in the 21st century, I suppose. So like looking at how women are represented in films and science fiction, I suppose. Because like these are mostly like collected essays. Burden of Meaning, the harsh reality of Zarathustra, which is all about the Overman, Nietzsche's Overman. But it's my perception of how that is really a kind of unobtainable ideal, I suppose, and how it's actually probably an impossible thing to ever. Even though it's a beautiful idea, I think the actual reality of it is an impossible ideal to meet. I think. I tried to inject that with a bit of poetry in it. So Internet 3.0 is just ruminations on potential developments of the internet, basically, in the next few years. History of the Tunnel is just a short history that Matt and me wrote. Mostly Matt actually wrote a lot of this, where I contributed a bit about the history of our art group, the history of the tunnel. So that's that. That's kind of just like an appendium to the end of that section. Stories now, which has got Wandering God, which is a story about a kind of magic carpet figure who, in a metaphysical world, in the outside of time and space, really. It, which is basically a kind of stream of consciousness, horror tale, I suppose, very short. Lazarus, which is about a cybernetic wolf, and Carol Who Deals in Boxes, which is the main short story, which is about a girl who gets way too lost in virtual reality and simulated experiences. And then 13 poems about modern life and death, which are poems, as it says on the tin, about modern life and death. It's just a collection of quite recent poems, last year or so mostly. Only 13 of them, just only short little bit at the end. A lot about, some of them deal with current society as it is as well. And then some more personal stuff, and then that's that. That's the book. 100 pages. 102 pages, I think, to be precise. But yeah. So there'll be copies of that soon out there, and I'm either going to print a few off. Well, probably will print a few off, and then also should be able to order it from Blurb directly. So yeah, there you go. It's a little preview of my book.